Hi everyone. Today we'll be going through a flow that's all about feeling alive in our core. My name is Lisa and I'll be guiding you through practice today. Find yourself a comfortable seat and rest your hands on your knees. Closing the eyes and starting to feel inside our body as we arrive on our mat today. What do you notice? Are you fidgeting? Are you feeling discomfort in your body? Now let's start at our shoulders and see if they're relaxed. Let's bring our shoulders up and back, bringing our shoulder blades down. Maybe giving a little bit more length to our spine. And feeling a straight line of energy from our tailbone to the crown of our head. Now let's feel inside our neck. Are we holding tension there? And in your forehead, in between the eyes, are you scrunching that up? Do you need to relax your jaw and maybe lower your gaze to the ground even though our eyes are closed? Our core is not just our abdominals. It encircles everything from the top of your head until the bottom of your tailbone. So throughout today's class, I want you to feel everything that comes up in each pose. And if that's anger, sadness, or even joy, then just accept what you're feeling and breathe deeper. Let's take a big deep breath in together, breathing in to feel our belly rise and be full, holding our inhalation at the top, and slowly exhaling out, emptying all the air from in our belly. And take one normal breath. In today's class, we'll be starting in a neck release, putting the left palm on the ground beside your left hip, about a foot away from the hip, and reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling, lengthening out through the spine and then bending over towards the left, giving a slight wrap in the shoulder blade and relaxing our head and neck down, lowering the gaze and even maybe closing the eyes. Sending our breath into our right side body. And as we send our breath there, does our body allow a layer of relaxation? Taking one more breath. Lowering the right arm, stay in your side bend, lowering it about a foot away from the right hip, and keeping the hand off the ground. Reaching out through your fingertips, coming into a neck release. Head and neck remain heavy, adjusting the chin if you need to for comfort. Sending our breath now into our right neck. A lot of us carry stress and emotions along our scalenes, those muscles of our neck that hold up our head. So staying and allowing your body to release in this pose is so important. Now coming out to switch sides, keep the head and the neck relaxed and bring the torso up to center. and then helping our head up with the assistance of our left hand. Switching sides, right palm on the ground about a foot away from the right hip. Reaching up through the left hand up towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine, and then bending over towards the right. Slight wrap in your shoulder blade, and release the neck. And relax your jaw and the muscles of your forehead. Sending breath to the left side body. Taking one more breath. Coming into a neck release, staying in your side bend. Lower the left arm down, about a foot away from the ground and a foot away from the left hip, reaching out through your fingertips. Maybe adjusting your chin. And sending your breath deep into your neck. This side could be tighter than your right, and that's okay. Just deepen your breath. Now, before we come out, let's keep our head and our neck relaxed, bringing our torso to center, and then helping our head up with the assistance of our right hand. Bringing both legs into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet touching. And if that's not accessible to you, then just sit cross-legged. Inhaling to lengthen out through the spine and exhaling to forward fold. You don't have to go far in your forward fold. Relax the head and the neck so that they can hang heavy. And just feel an opening of our hips. Maybe a little more freedom in our low back. On your next inhale, coming out. Seated twist is next. Right hand on the left knee and the left hand in behind the back for support. Inhaling to lengthen through your spine and exhale to twist over towards the left. Keeping the chin in line with the front of the chest. And with each inhale, feel the spine lengthen. And if you can, deepen your twist and do that on your exhale. Taking one more breath here. Switching sides, coming back to center and switching the cross of our legs. And then bringing the left hand on the right knee, right hand in behind the spine for support. Inhaling to lengthen through the spine and exhale to twist. Gaze should be neutral. Same as keeping our chin in line with the front of our chest. Remember, our neck needs to be as relaxed as possible. Taking one more breath here. And coming back to center, making your way onto your back for elbow to knee. If you need extra padding under your spine, then do that. And once you've made your way onto your back, we're going to bring our legs into a chair position and create a basket with our hands to support our head and our neck. Inhale, curl head and shoulders up. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the left thigh, straighten the right leg. Pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Curl head and shoulders up. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the right thigh. Straighten the left leg. Pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the left thigh, straighten the right leg. pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center, curl head and shoulders up. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone up again. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the right thigh, straighten the left leg. Pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Curl head and shoulders up. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the left thigh. Straighten the right leg. Pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Curl head and shoulders up. Hold the breath. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the right thigh. Straighten left leg. Pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Curl head and shoulders up, hold the breath, curl the tailbone, exhale, twisting both elbows towards the left thigh, straighten right leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Curl head and shoulders up, hold the breath, curl the tailbone up, exhale, twisting both elbows towards the right thigh, straighten left leg, and pull the belly down. Inhale, come back to center, curl head and shoulders up, hold the breath, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the left thigh, straighten right leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Hold the breath. Exhale, twisting both elbows towards the right thigh, straighten left leg, pull the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Curl the tailbone up one last time and relax head and legs to the ground. Bridge is next. If you have a block, then we're going to use that, the short distance in between the fattiest part of our thighs. And if you don't have a block, then you can do that without today. Setting up, rolling our shoulder blades under and making sure our neck is long. Arms out beside you with your palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, taking a deep breath into the front of your chest, and exhale, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Tucking your tailbone towards the block. And if you don't have a block, then you're bringing your tailbone closer to your knees. On each inhale, feel your chest rise and your rib cages expand out towards the sides. And on each exhale, bringing your hips up another millimeter, maybe another centimeter, and bringing that tailbone a little further away from your head, feeling length throughout your spine and creating lots of space. Remembering to use your legs to hold you up, pushing up through the bottoms of your feet and not putting pressure on the head of your neck. And before you come out of bridge, we're going to lower the top, mid, and then our lower spine, tucking our tailbone as we come down. Dolphin is next. And if you had a block, just put that off to the side and come first into table, knees under the hips, and hands under the shoulders, lowering down onto our forearms and measuring shoulder width distance apart by grabbing our biceps and then placing our forearms and our palms flat on the ground. Take a deep inhale into the back of your chest and exhale, pushing your hips up and back. Coming into dolphin, letting your head hang heavy. It should be off of the floor. And on each inhale, breathing into the back of your heart space. And not holding any tension in our face or our neck. And letting our body relax there. And on each exhale, bringing our hips up. And on your next inhale, let's bring our rib cage a little closer to our hips. And exhale. Taking 2 more breaths here. Keeping a strong wrap in our shoulder blades. And deepen your breath. Keeping your breath strong. Feeling the strength of your arms and your legs together. Trying not to collapse in your shoulders. On your next inhale, bringing the knees to the ground, forehead to the mat, and bringing your arms alongside the body, resting in embryo. We'll be coming into our vignettes. So if you had padding underneath your spine, then put that off to the side. And if you didn't, then just come into downward dog. Pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, maybe walking out your dog. And stepping the left foot forward, coming into warrior two. Bringing the hands out towards the sides. And then lower the arms down and let them relax. Shoulder shrugs is next. Inhale, spread the upper back, hold the breath, lift the shoulders straight up and straight back. Exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, spread the mid back, hold the breath. Exhale, mid shoulder blades, squeeze them together and pull down. Inhale, spread the low back. Exhale, squeeze low shoulder blade tips together and use your arms to squeeze your elbows towards each other and pull down. Inhale, spread the upper back, hold the breath, lift the shoulders straight up and straight back. Exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, spread the mid back, hold the breath. Exhale, mid shoulder blades, squeeze them together and pull down. Inhale, spread the low back. Exhale, squeeze low shoulder blade tips together and use your arms to squeeze your elbows towards each other and pull down. Archer arms is next, so we'll be starting with our right arm up and our left arm back. So if you've never done archer before, then we're going to bring our right arm behind us, elbow towards the sky, and helping our elbow down our back if we need that help. And then grabbing our right hand with our left so that our right elbow is facing up and our left elbow is facing the ground. Our goal here is to open the front of our chest. Or maybe relaxing our shoulders down and making sure our head's not in the way. And if we can't grab our hands today, then we can use a strap or we can hold on to our clothing. Taking one more breath. And release, coming into extended warrior variation. Bringing our hands out towards the sides and then leaning our body towards the front of our mat. Resting our left forearm on our left leg, our left thigh. And bringing our right hand in behind the back, either tucking it into our left hip or grabbing our clothing. Opening the front of our chest and pushing up through your left forearm to create more space in your core. Lengthening out through the spine and relaxing the head and the neck down. And maybe you lose balance, and that's okay. Come back into the pose. Taking one more breath here. And release, bringing the hands to the mat and coming into downward dog. Switching sides. Bringing the right foot forward, coming into warrior two. Back foot should be parallel with the short edge of your mat. Hands out towards the sides to get stabilized in it, bringing them alongside your body. Shoulder shrugs are next. Inhale, spread the upper back, hold the breath, lift the shoulders straight up and straight back. Exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, spread the mid back, hold the breath. Exhale, mid shoulder blades, squeeze them together and pull down. Inhale, spread the low back. Exhale, squeeze low shoulder blade tips together and use your arms to squeeze your elbows towards each other and pull down. Inhale, spread the upper back, hold the breath, lift the shoulders straight up and straight back. Exhale, squeezing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, spread the mid back, hold the breath. Exhale, mid-shoulder blades, squeeze them together and pull down. Inhale, spread the low back. Exhale, squeeze low shoulder blade tips together and use your arms to squeeze your elbows towards each other and pull down. Arch your arms is next. Left arm up this time, helping the elbow down if you need to, and then bringing the right arm in behind to either grab onto your hand or use the strap, or you can hold onto your clothing. Making sure your head's out of the way and feel an openness along the chest. Taking one more breath and release. Bringing both hands out towards the sides and then leaning forward to the right, bringing the right forearm onto the right thigh. Bringing the left hand in behind the back, either bringing it into the right hip or holding onto our clothing. Feeling an opening along our left chest. Keeping a strong bend in our front knee and pushing our right forearm away, creating more space in our core. One more breath and release, bringing the hands towards the mat and meeting in downward dog. Walk out your dog, and then we'll be coming into our next vignette. Coming into warrior two, stepping the left foot forward, right foot back. Hips facing the long edge of our mat. Hands out towards the sides. Reverse warrior is next, so bringing our back hand along the right leg. Left hand up towards the ceiling. Giving a slight wrap to our left shoulder blade. And feeling open and a huge stretch along our left side body. Taking one more breath here. Keeping the bend in our front knee, release, coming into eagle arms. Right elbow underneath the left. And give a slight tuck to your tailbone. And then bring your elbows away from the body. Maybe relaxing your forehead and your biceps to get more of a stretch into your rhomboids. Taking one more breath. And release the arms, keeping the bend in the front knee still. Interlock is next. So if you've never done interlock, then you can bring the left palm to the ground and the right arm up towards the ceiling. And if you've come into interlock before, then bring the left arm from the inside of the left leg underneath your thigh, right arm in behind the back and reaching for your left hand. And you may fall right back out of the pose, and that's okay. But our goal here is to release in our neck and open the front of our chest. You should feel a huge opening in the right chest. And release. Bringing the right foot back to meet in downward dog. Walk out your dog and then we'll be switching sides. Right foot forward, left foot back for warrior two. Hands out towards the sides, reverse warriors next. Leaning towards the back of our mat. Bringing our left hand along the left leg. And stretching the right arm up and over towards the left side of our mat. Feeling a stretch along the right side body. And relaxing our head and our neck. One more breath here. And before you release, keep that strong bend in the front knee. Coming out. Eagle arms is next. Wrapping the left elbow underneath the right and scooping the shoulder blades forward. Being mindful not to collapse in our core, keeping our spine long. And then maybe relaxing our head into our biceps. Taking one more breath here. And release. Interlock is next. Right palm to the ground on the inside of the right foot. Left arm up towards the ceiling. And if you're coming into interlock, then bringing the arm underneath the thigh. And the left arm in behind the body to grab for the right hand. Keeping our core open and relax the neck. And if you're not in interlock, then just make sure you have lots of space in your chest, bringing the top hand back. And release, coming into downward dog. Twisting lunges next. Left foot forward, right foot back. Padding to our back knee. Inhaling, right arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing the right elbow over top of the left thigh, making a fist with our right hand and bringing our left hand on top, pushing out through our elbow onto that thigh, creating lots of space in our chest, making space in our low back, and leaning back. If you're feeling balanced, close your eyes. And if you fall out, that's okay. And release. Coming into pigeon sternum to ankle. We'll have our left leg forward. Our left shin should be parallel with the short edge of our mat, and we should be sitting on our left butt. The legs don't need to be in a traditional pigeon. The back leg can be at any angle it needs to be. Inhaling to lengthen our spine and exhale to bend over towards the left foot. Our goal is to get our sternum as close to our ankle as we can. Feeling an opening in our hips and our low back. And release, coming into downward dog. Taking a moment to walk out your dog again. Switching sides, right foot forward, left foot back, coming into twisting lunge. Patting the back knee. And inhale, bringing the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting the left elbow over top of the right thigh. Making a fist with our left hand and bringing the right hand on top. Pushing out through your left elbow and creating more space in the front of your chest, in your core, and in your low back. Relax the neck and create more space in your spine. Taking one more breath. And release. Pigeon sternum to ankle is next. Right shin parallel with the short edge of your mat, and we will be sitting on our butt again. Back leg can be in a swastika, again, should not be straight. Inhaling to lengthen through your spine, and exhale to fold over top of your foot. You don't need to have a deep forward fold here. Just feel and breathe into the opening of your hips. And release. Coming onto our back for a laying spinal twist. Have the knees bent, and then lift the hips up and over towards the left. Lifting the knees up and bringing them over towards the right. Left hand can rest on your rib cage. Gaze should be neutral. And let's start to downregulate here. Taking one more breath before we switch sides. And inhale back to center, bringing the hips to neutral. And then lifting the hips up and over towards the right. And bring our knees to the left. Right hand on the right rib cage. Gaze neutral. And soften your gaze. Closing the eyes. And relaxing the forehead. And on your next inhale, come back to center, bringing the hips to neutral and preparing for Shavasana. Rolling the shoulder blades under and lengthening out through the spine, tucking the tailbone, lengthening out the neck, and then relaxing our legs out towards the sides. And you can either bring your hands to either side of your body with the palms facing the ceiling, or you can rest them on your core today, feeling the heat that you've created in your body. And as we relax into our Shavasana, let's think about how much more alive in our body we can feel today. And recognize if you do have a spot in your core from either the tip of your head, maybe it's your jaw or your neck, your shoulder blades, your abdominals, or even your sacrum. That as your day goes on today, that you send your breath there. And let's slowly start bringing movement back into our body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, opening the eyes, and on your next inhale, rolling over onto one side and coming up to seated. Bringing our hands into prayer at our chest. And in gratitude for our practice, namaste.